Okay folks, so I'm going to tie the Donegal blue shrimp. The hook I have on the vise is a size 10 partridge patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use is a uni thread 80 in black. So just simply come in and get your thread started behind the eye of the hook. Knock on a few turns and remove the waist tag. Now the tag and the rib on the fly is going to be an oval silver tinsel and small. So I'm just going to come in and trim the end of that. I'm just going to come in a few turns catching this underneath. Just bring your oval silver tinsel underneath the hook and simply run your thread down, tying this in. Right, I'm going to bring my thread down. Once I let the bobbin go, the thread slightly past the point of the hook. And I'm just going to come around with the oval silver tinsel. 4 turns is enough to create the tag for me. Bring the 5th turn up and in between the 2 hooks. Just follow it round with a thread turn and a couple of turns to lock in the oval silver tinsel. Right, the tail on the fly is a golden pheasant red breast feather. So just take away all the rubbish at the bottom and then just come up and stroke the fibres back to reveal the tip. Get the tip, offer it up to the hook, a couple of turns, fold back the tip, a couple of turns back over the tip on the hackle. Keep the hold of your tip, you can just break that away and then simply just stroke these fibres back, and then you're looking 1 turn in front of the other. Now don't get too worried if you catch some of the fibres in when you're winding the hackle round. We can come back in and sort that out in a second. Just concentrate on getting your feather onto the hook. Now bring the thread back into position. Come around with the thread turn, catching in the stem, and then just going to run the thread up to the halfway point, keeping the thread tight. Break away the stem of the hackle. Now just come in with an old toothbrush here and just brush out the fibres that I may have caught in. Just want to get it sitting back nice. There you go. Now on the way back down I'm going to tie in my rib, and my rib is a same oval silver tinsel and small. So just offer this one underneath, a couple of turns, bring the oval silver tinsel underneath the hook, and then just run my thread down, tied up against the tail. Front part of the body, or sorry, the rear part of the body is going to be this blue dubbing, and this is a traditional Irish dubbing called the Donegal blue. So just take a wee pinch, another, slide it up, then I'll just come in and get it onto the hook. Just run it up halfway to there. Anything that's going forward, just come in, stroke it back. Then we'll just bring up our rib. 3 turns of the oval silver tinsel is plenty. To there, follow it around with your thread. A couple of turns to secure. Just come in and remove the excess of the oval silver tinsel. Now the mid hackle, excuse me, the mid hackle can be blue cock hackle. I'm just going to use a light blue hen hackle. So I'm just going to come in and stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. Offer this up 2 turns to tie in the tip. Just going to fold the tip back, a couple of turns back over, then you come in and remove your tip of your hackle. Now with this being a hen hackle, the fibres are a tad thicker, so I'm just going to put on 2 turns of the hen hackle. There's plenty for me to there. Just follow it around with your thread. You want to try and get your thread turns tight into the stem of the haggle. Now keeping your thread tight, you can break away the stem of the haggle and just run the thread up the second part of the body, tie in the rib, small oval silver tinsel, a couple of turns catching in underneath, bring the oval silver tinsel underneath the hook, and then just your haggle sitting nice. You want to bring your thread tight up against your mid haggle. Front body, black seal's fur, or in this case I'm using the black traditional Irish dubbing. A couple of pinches, slide that up, get it anchored onto the hook, and then you can tighten up, just run it up the length of the second part of the body. Anything that's going forward, just stroke it back, get a couple of turns in front, and then just bring up your oval silver tinsel, much like you did with your rear body to there. Follow it around with your thread, a couple of tight turns, and then you can come in and trim that away. Then you can put your jungle cock on at this point, if that's the way you like your salmon flies tied. I don't, so I'm going to put my jungle cock in after. The front haggle here is a badger haggle. A couple of turns catching the tip, just fold the tip back, a couple of turns back over, come in, locate the tip, break it away. Now I'll just come in with my scissors, just run the serrated edge up the haggle. That'll help me fold them back. Now with this being a cock haggle, I like to do 3 turns of the cock haggle, so you're just looking 1 turn in front of the other. Up to there, keeping the hold of your haggle, follow it around with your thread, 1 turn to hold, a couple of turns will secure it. Now, just let me check. Alright, that stem's done enough, so I can fold this back and just take tight turns of thread up over the top of the stem of the haggle, just securing it all in. Now, if you keep your thread tight, you can break away the stem of the badger haggle. Just want to get everything sitting nice here. A couple of turns. I'm going to put on some jungle cock. I've got 2 eyes here, so I'm just going to get these lined up the best I can in my hand. You're seeing the undersides, and then just going to stroke back some of these fibres just to get a tan in point. Just pull that up a wee bit. Just offer these up to the hook, fold them down each side. Then I'm just going to come around with a couple of turns of thread. Now, I just want to see what way I'm sitting here before I secure them in. Okay, happy enough with that. So take a couple of turns down towards the eye. I'm going to fold back the stems of the jungle cock. If you fold them back, it means that they have to break off. They can't pull out. And just simply bring your thread up over the top of the stems of the jungle cock, creating your head at the same time. Now I'm just going to come in and trim these. Usually pull them off, but because I've tied in on the stronger part of the feather, it's best to come in and just trim them away. Right, see how we're sitting. Just come in, just build up your head at this stage. The head's just a wee bit small for me, so I'm just going to put another couple of wraps of thread on. Just get a nice neat head. Now, just keep your thread tight at this stage. Just come in and just throw in a whip finish. Put your thread tight, and just come in and trim away the thread. Now, just to seal the head up at the front, we drop a super glue just on the head. Don't want this going anywhere else, just on the head. Then once that's dry, I'll come in with a couple of coats of varnish to seal the head up. So there you go, guys. That's the basically the Donegal blue shrimp. Great fly to have in your box, especially for fresh salmon that are in the system. Give the fly a wee go, and hopefully I can catch you a few fish.